My name is Sangya Malla. I'm from Nepal. At present, I work in Nepal Police Hospital as an orthodontist, and I hold the title of Superintendent of Nepal Police. And before that, I worked in MONUSCO from November 2020 up till May 2022. And I worked there as Chief of Health and Environment Unit in MONUSCO, that is the United Nations Stabilization Mission in Democratic Republic of Congo. And my main role there was to ensure safety and health of all UN police involved in peacekeeping mission and liaise and coordinate with other pillars of the mission, for example, the military, the civilian component in regards to that. So regarding my background, I started as an orthodontist, but I always felt I wanted to serve the community. So that was the reason that I joined Nepal Police in 2008 as an inspector and a dental surgeon. And I'd always heard of these formed police units going into peacekeeping missions. And I was lucky enough to be a part of that formed police unit in 2016 in MINUSTA, Haiti. And there I was the team leader of Level 1 hospital. And what I found out there was that when I saw women and children and these are the vulnerable communities that are being more affected in the peacekeeping missions, I knew that my main goal there was, in regards to prevention of the disease and to ensure the well-being of the UN personnel. But when I saw the communities, when I saw these, I always knew that I would come back again. And I was waiting for the chance, and I was lucky enough to serve again in 2020 in DRC in MONUSCO. What I enjoyed the most being Chief Health and Environment Unit in MONUSCO was that I was given this opportunity to create this unit, Health and Environment Unit, during the time of COVID pandemic. And we did not have such unit. And based on my academic background, I was asked to create this unit. And the most that I enjoyed was creating this ambitious work plan where I was responsible to ensure physical and mental well-being of all my UNPOL colleagues, and also giving logistic support to the PNCs, we call the Congolese National Police, so that they could carry out their duties effectively during the time of pandemic. Because in peacekeeping operations, we are there to help the police counterparts in carrying out their daily duties. And also the mandate of MONUSCO is protection of civilians. So in the time of pandemic, where you have a crisis of not having enough materials to prevent yourself from COVID, like gels, gloves, masks, these simple basic stuff, that's what we supported by donating these. So I think we did a lot of work during that time, and also creating awareness on the environment, because I think environment and health go hand in hand. So it was very important to have this kind of unit, and and it was something new, and it was challenging, and I really enjoyed creating this work plan and ensuring that it got carried out in an effective manner. What affected me most during the peace operations during that time was when I saw these vulnerable communities, like women and children, like in the streets, begging for basic necessity, like forget about education and other stuff, when they were asking for food, begging for food. So that was the time that really affected me the most, and it really touched me. During my 18 months there in the mission, I worked really hard, as I said, in creating that ambitious work plan. But also, I was very fortunate enough to work with a great team. So I had a great team. I had colleagues from all over the world, from Jordan, from Canada, from Djibouti, and I had a supervisor from Sweden who supported me. And it's always not an individual. Actually, it's a team that builds a unit. And so, creating this unit and making it effective, I had great support. So, and what we did was seen by everybody, and that was something new that had happened. It was something new that we had done, and working with colleagues from different backgrounds and hearing the experience and learning from it, and working. So I think that I would dedicate this to my team members who helped me. I could name them also, if I could, but so they all helped me to achieve this award, and it's all dedicated to them. So it was hard work and good team members that led me to be awarded the 2021 UN Women Police Officer of the Year. Yes, I did receive WPS training just before deployment in my country. Yes, it was really valuable because I was aware of which country that I was going, and also about regarding everything about on gender, and on the Security Council's resolutions, especially on Security Council 1325 on women, peace and security, and also being aware of the country that you're being deployed, the mandate of the mission, what we are required to do, what we're supposed to do, and what's the main reason why the mission is there, what's the conflict, what are the challenges there, and our roles in it, and our responsibilities. And these kind of trainings helps you like be aware beforehand and prepare yourself on what kind of environment that you're going into. So yes, it is very important to have these kind of trainings before deployment. E-learning has been the new norm during COVID pandemic, and I received my training during the time of pandemic before deployment. So it was through e-learning, and I think it's as great as being physically present in a classroom. So yes, e-learning is effective. Yes, as prior Chief of Health and Environment Unit in MONUSCO, I do think that there should be more inclusion of health and environment related topics in pre-deployment trainings, because COVID pandemic teaches us a great lesson, and we know that health is wealth, and also prevention is better than cure. So before being deployed to parts of countries, we need to know what are the diseases that are prevalent there. And we do have missions mostly in African continent. And there we have a lot of diseases like malaria, Ebola, and now COVID, that is pandemic everywhere. And then you have Zika in Haiti, and also dengue, and a lot of other diseases that are more prevalent in that part of the continent. So it's important that we know, so that we prevent ourselves from it, because we are there to serve, and we don't want to be getting sick working in those kind of environments. So if we have the basic knowledge of these diseases, it would really help us from getting sick and not being able to do what we are there to do. And also, I think we should have more trainings on that before deployment, just to have a basic knowledge on how to prevent and what to do, like basic stuff, mostly on prevention. So yes, I do think that this is really important. The challenge for me going in these peacekeeping operations is more personal. It was leaving my 8-year-old son behind, and it was really hard. But when I went there, I realized that I'd left my son with a strong woman, that's my mother, who would really take care of him, and there was nothing to worry about. But what I saw there was, the reality of the situation and the facts. And then I realized that, and I was proud of myself for being there and serving there for higher good. So that's how I overcame the obstacle. And also, I knew that I would go back to my country to be with my family very soon. And this was just temporary. And this temporary time that I served there had and would have meaning to what I was doing and what I have been here to do. Yes, I would like to share an experience while I was there in doing a training with the police national Congolese, and we were doing some awareness session with the police. And what I saw was that there are very few women police officers in there. And when I went there as a woman police officer, I felt like I was kind of like a role model to them, because I could see people, these women, coming with questions that they wanted, that they did not know. And I realized at that time that being a woman was like I stood out in front of all the men, and I think they felt more comfortable coming and talking to me. And though I was very bad in French, and it was more Swahili, I think. So it was like I needed a translator to know what she was asking me. But it was a very interactive session, and there were more women coming. And then I realized that yes, when you have a woman there, in a position like that, you have more people from the community or from the group approaching you for questions. And yes, and if you could give them good answers, or if you could just be confident and stand out there, then yeah, like I've realized so many times, children coming up, when they see a police officer, a woman police officer, you're more approachable. So yes, women have that strength when you go in the peacekeeping missions, like they do stand out. And I think that's a strength for the communities that we reach out to. So what I would like to share with our students who hope to serve in the United Nations mission, or who will soon be deployed, would be that it's for a very noble cause, and you'd be making yourself and your country proud. And it is hard, but it is a challenge. But think of what you would be doing based on your knowledge, your professional background, your academics, and how you would take that into an international field, in an international platform. And I think it would be great. And we should share all our knowledge, what we have, and our experience to those who need it. And also, in my experience, it's also an opportunity to work with colleagues from different backgrounds. And what I would like to also say is that what UN core value, one of the core values is respect for diversity. So we meet people from different culture, religion, background, and it is very difficult actually to understand. But it is very, very important to have respect for the diversity, not just with the colleagues, but also to the country that we are going to. Respect their everything, the environment that we are there in. So sometimes these become challenges, from not being in the similar environment, because you are in a different environment with different people of different backgrounds, and sometimes it becomes a challenge to meet halfway, but you have to. And I think that's very important, to go with an open mind, with an open heart, and work towards achieving the similar goal, which everybody is there to work and to contribute towards. So with regards to the mandate of the mission, and also with regards to peace and stability of not just of our minds, but also the minds of, or respecting the minds of the people that we work with. So I would like to end, and I'd like to thank you all for being here and listening to me and hearing my experience that I had in MINUSTA and also in DRC, that was in MONUSCO. Thank you.